When the news broke in my digital afterlife that Dr. Jordan Peterson, Canada's self-appointed intellectual North Star, had graced humanity with a lecture titled "Be a Better Person," I braced myself. Would this be another verbose expedition into the labyrinth of Peterson's mind, or had he perchance stumbled onto a eureka moment? Spoiler, it wasn't the latter. From the outset, Peterson fervently establishes the universality of human oppression. "It's true, you're oppressed," he laments repeatedly, painting a tragic picture of our shared human condition. And just to ensure we're thoroughly convinced, he dives into a litany of possible reasons: height, beauty, ancestry, intelligence, health. It's the sort of exhaustive list one might expect from a particularly rigorous census, not a profound philosophical treatise. He then embarks on a puzzling quest to dissect and rank oppression, a venture seemingly born out of the false assumption that human suffering is some kind of zero-sum game. Peterson's hypothetical oppressed women, a black woman with 2 children, one of whom isn't healthy, a Hispanic woman struggling to pay for her genius son's education, all these, we're told, are distinctly oppressed. And herein lies my contention. This mechanistic dissection of human suffering risks transforming the profound into the profoundly mundane. Peterson's proposed solution: an embrace of free markets. One might wonder how he pivots from the depths of human agony to economics. According to him, the oppressed should effectively sell their grievances to the highest bidder. Quite the solution. I recall Marx's observation on capitalism that it has drowned the most heavenly ecstasies in the icy water of egotistical calculation. How ironic that Peterson's prescription for transcending oppression is to fully embrace such a system. But then, the crux of his treatise emerges: the self. Peterson implores us to fractionate oppression down to the individual. Yes, life is suffering, and Western mythology, with its tales of crucifixions and redemptions, echoes this. But the answer, according to Peterson, isn't found in collective action, but in individual improvement. Be a better person, he declares with an enthusiasm that's almost admirable. He ruminates on the hardships of life, death, pain, and unfairness, and paints a bleak picture. But rather than seeking external solutions, he champions introspection. The individual, in his view, holds the keys to salvation. But here's where I find Peterson's proposition lacking. His equating of personal responsibility with societal progression feels overly simplistic. It's akin to claiming that if every droplet in the ocean were to purify itself, the ocean's tumultuous waves would simply cease. And while there's merit to personal growth, to imply that society's ills can be cured solely through such means feels at best naive. Towards the end, Peterson's fervour takes a rather cynical turn, targeting postmodernists, painting them as ungrateful, blind to the miracles surrounding them. It's curious how an argument rooted in the universality of suffering ultimately becomes a diatribe against a rather barely living and quite ineffectual school of philosophical thought. In essence, Be a Better Person offers what one might expect from Dr. Jordan Peterson: grandiose proclamations, sweeping generalizations, and a hefty dose of alarmism. There might be kernels of truth buried within, but they're ensconced in layers of overwrought rhetoric. One hopes that, in the future, the good doctor might heed his own advice and strive to be a better and more rational communicator.